Hello there, it's Top of Bricks here with another video. Today we're going to be doing a comparison video between the Birdable Hedwig set from 2020 and a new Birdable Fawkes set which has just been released this month. Both of these sets retail for £35, $40 and €40. The Hedwig set comes with 630 pieces, while the Fawkes set comes with 597 pieces. They both come equipped with one unique minifigure, so let's dive into this comparison. So let's start off with the minifigures. So with the Hedwig set from 2020, like I said, you do get Harry Potter, this time in a unique winter wear, which is from the famous scene in the Philosopher's Stone film, where Harry releases Hedwig into the sky on a very snowy day in winter. I absolutely adore this Harry figure. It's actually one of my favourite Harry figures ever released in LEGO, and probably only comes second to the one we get in the Series 1 of the Harry Potter CMF series. Now with Fawkes, we get a unique Dumbledore figure from either the Philosopher's Stone or the Chamber of Secrets. This Dumbledore features in sort of a dark orange, which is very peculiar indeed. He does have dark red arms and some dark red printing to help give it some variation though. And the print for this figure is actually fantastic. It's so detailed from the top of his torso to the bottom of his leg print, and there's a sort of shiny gold printing to this figure too. It's very cool, and I don't really have a winner between these two figures, I don't think. Personally, I would go with the Harry figure, but I feel on this front it's preference on which figure is better. Now going on to the stand for these two sets, and as you can see they are both completely different. With the Hedwig one we get a much more square and blocky design. However, what I love about this stand is the trans yellow and trans red bricks we get for detail. I absolutely love that, and it gives this set so much more life. With the new Fawkes stand, they've essentially just completely changed the design. The stand is more rounded and we get a dark pearl gold design rather than a sort of wooded effect which LEGO was going for last time. Again, I don't think one stand is particularly better than the other. I personally prefer the one on the Hedwig set, but I appreciate that both have a printed 2x4 tile with the name of the creature on it, so that's cool. Now let's examine the actual birds, starting off with the claws, and I think we finally have a clear winner between the two. The claws on the Hedwig set from 2020 are pretty poor in comparison to this new Fawkes. I don't think they're terrible or anything, but I think LEGO have made a clear and obvious progression in this area, which we love to see. I always love to see improvement, and this is an example of it. What I also like about this bottom area is the removal of the letter from the claws on the new set. The letter wasn't a bad idea by LEGO by any stretch, but the execution was very shoddy in my opinion. The Hedwig set we got 4 stickers to try and replicate this letter, 3 of them having large and obvious gaps in between, and even the colour of the stickers was a slight off colour to the tile in which they were placed on. It was just a mess, and I think LEGO going ahead and removing any sort of object from the claws definitely made for a better improvement visually. So we'll finish off by observing the body and wing section, while also giving my thoughts on the wing mechanism itself. So firstly we'll go over the wing mechanism, which gives the impression that the birds are flying, and does it do that? I'd say so, yeah. I really love the way the entire wings flap in sort of like a wave. It's all very flexible and it really goes to the extreme lengths to make this as accurate as possible. They've also managed to achieve this while hiding the vast majority of the Technic mechanisms out of view by integrating them below the wings on these sets. One criticism I do have of this mechanism, however, is the fact that it can feel quite rough and clunky when winding the handle, though it's strong enough for everything to be held together without it breaking or having bits falling off. So overall, the wing mechanism on both of these sets is a big thumbs up from me. Regarding the body section, they are both built very similarly. You can see that both of these sets are the same width, height and length, and unfortunately this new Fawkes set suffers a similar problem to the Hedwig set in this section, and that's being the fact that the tail feathers are extremely easy to nudge out of place and even just to fall off entirely if you brush them. Getting all the feathers straight on both of these sets can be a nightmare, but I think to give this some forgiveness, these are sets that you're meant to put on display in your bedroom or living room and leave it there. It's not meant to be played with, and even when you are using the quote play feature of this set, you shouldn't be touching the tail feathers, so ideally they wouldn't be interfered with in LEGO's mind. Overall, I do think the better of the two sets is indeed Fawkes the Phoenix. Besides all the technical improvements we've gone over, I think just the aesthetic of the red and gold really does make it pop. It really is so much more of an eye catcher compared to the grey and white of the Hedwig Owl set, and yes, that's something out of LEGO's control, but even still, when you look at the sets from a pure build quality point of view, I still think the Fawkes comes out on top for the reasons I've mentioned in this video. So that about wraps it up. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you have liked this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.